This is the evening edition for Friday, March 1st, 2024. I'm Deandrea Hamilton. We've got the news that matters most, a Magnetic Media production.
Join us at the 12th edition of the Fortis TCI National Science and Technology Fair as schools nationwide compete for the top spot in the country's highly anticipated science quiz, science debate, science project, and poster championships. The preliminaries and semifinals for the debate segment take off at Fortis TCI headquarters across 3 days, from February 20th to 22nd. The grand finale debate is set for Education Week alongside the National Primary School Science Quiz on Wednesday, March 6th at the Gustavus Lightbourne Sports Complex. The following day, Thursday, March 7th at the Sports Complex, the Mega National Science Project and poster competitions will be held. All events are open to the public, so don't miss this stimulating learning experience. Visit www.fortistcisciencefair.com or follow Fortis TCI on Facebook for the full schedule.
66 flights for the PLS today, and 21 of them were showing delayed earlier, one by as much as 5 hours, according to flight tracker website flightstatus.com. Air traffic controllers have taken industrial action, which has brought a crippling domino effect in what is the peak season for air travel into and out of the Turks and Caicos Islands. The workers and their employer, the TCIAA, were due to enter into a second meeting to negotiate terms of their return to work following a fallout over work conditions and disagreement on pay increases. Well, that meeting has now taken place, but there is seemingly no major change in the posture of air traffic controllers, despite a strong cast of characters from the TCI's cabinet, including the Minister of Border Services, Arlington Musgrove, attending. It's been said in a statement that only 2 air traffic controllers will return to work. Others say they want to see the increases promised as far back as 2019 in full. It means about 50 to 70% more in pay. Later, what the 18 air traffic controllers and 6 assistants have reportedly demanded in a letter to the airport's authority. On Wednesday evening, in a separate event involving the Provo International Airport police report, they were summoned to an emergency landing around 6:12 p.m. A female passenger who fell ill during a flight while en route to Charlotte, North Carolina from the Dominican Republic was taken from that plane and transported to the Cheshire Hall Medical Center, where sadly she later died. The 41-year-old woman was escorted to the hospital by police units. We are told that CPR was performed on that passenger. Police in the statement inform a post-mortem will determine the exact cause of death.
There's only one place in Providenciales where you can really feel your duty-free savings, and that's at Sam's Club on Leeward Highway. Duty-free bread basket items on top of Sam's Club already low prices? If you're not shopping at Sam's Club, you're paying too much.
The air traffic controller's sick-out is affecting all 3 TCIAA airports, private airports or FBOs, even air freight. As we noted, IBC had online prepared to cancel their flight into Providenciales today. Godfrey Smith, CEO of the TCI Airports Authority, informed that a meeting earlier resulted in a promise to bring the 18 air traffic controllers and their 6 assistants together. Some of their salary demands were characterized by Smith as too high.
And so this was not something, I guess we can say that, yes, we expected. The tone has been a little bit aggressive. We didn't expect them to walk out like this. And for the region, anything when you go above the 70, 80,000, then you are stretching it. And that's only at the high end of air traffic here in the region. This is an American air traffic controllers where a different kind of ball game goes and radar environments and that kind of thing. But it's I think it's, in my view, the lower end of it is reasonable. Anywhere from the first, second tier, it starts to be stretched.
At the lower end of the salary scale, air traffic control assistants want between $36,000 and $42,000 per year, while SATCO employees, the more senior members, are requesting between $102,000 and $114,000 per year. Also listed in the letter provided to the TCIAA, obtained by Magnetic Media, is $500 per month for on-the-job training, $150 per month for shift allowances, and $100 per month for gas allowance. There is also a request for mandatory vacation bonus and mandatory Christmas bonus and life and health insurance with 80% paid by their employer, which is the airport's authority. The ATCs say workload is heavier. Inflation has impacted their living expenses, and they note that revenue to TCIG has soared as the PLS, as the only airport hub for entry into the Turks and Caicos Islands, is a major contributor. Magnetic Media found that an optimum salary for air traffic controllers in the region hits $89,000 per year at its height, with islands like Cayman and the BVI falling well below $80K per year in reports from 2022. Opposition leader Edwin Aswood says he is monitoring the situation, taking political swipes also at the government and the TCIAA, calling the response to the controllers, who this morning called a sick-out, reactive and not proactive. Aswood said complaints and discrepancies should be addressed early to minimize dissatisfaction. He also said delays at the airport are not good for anyone, adding that the messy situation underscores the need to engage the ILO, or International Labour Organization, and update labor laws. He said the PDM was committed to making those updates within 2 months of being elected to government. Residents are sharing a report carried in the Miami Herald and BreakingNews.com about a precedent-setting lawsuit threatening the Turks and Caicos Islands government, after a resident of these islands, Richard Sankar, who wedded his partner in a same-sex marriage in the United States in 2020, is unable to obtain a spousal permit for him from the Turks and Caicos Islands Immigration Department. They've hired Tim Prudhoe, attorney attached to Stanbrook Prudhoe law firm, and the case is pending against the Attorney General and the Director of the Immigration Department, according to the Herald. It will be a constitutional argument for the couple, according to their lawyer, their right to privacy and how their marriage is not the concern of the government. On the one hand, there is legislation existent in the TCI, reportedly, which does not define what is a marriage. And on the other, there is legislation which also says same-sex marriages are null and void in the Turks and Caicos. The islands are being slammed for its resistance to inclusivity and its aversion to laws which call actions like the denial of the spousal permit in a same-sex union discriminatory. And to wrap up reporting for the week and for tonight, we wish our athletes and their fans a sportastic weekend. Support our athletes in the final day on Saturday at the National Stadium in Providenciales, where track and field meet season has begun and is winding down. I'm Deandrea Hamilton. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe.